So today we're going to be taking a look at the scenario where India, or slash the North Indian Federation from my WICSO, comes into the modern day world. Now the North Indian Federation is the strongest country in my WICSO, and it possesses a lot of strong land in the real world too. That includes parts of Afghanistan, parts of Iran, a lot of South Pakistan, which has a lot of population, a lot of central India, which has a ton of population, and then parts of Nepal, as well as parts of Bangladesh. This is a very populated country, and you can just see that by looking at the cities as well. Remember, in these scenarios, stuff like the EU, the UN, it isn't included because that would just frankly not be good for the country's expansion. But really, just looking at this country, it isn't the most like expansionist country, or it doesn't look like it's too powerful. And it also can't really expand that much into other neighbors without having to fight a strong country, really. But their first target is actually going to go ahead and be Bangladesh. Now, it's Bangladesh because not only Bangladesh has a strong or a big population, but because they already have a good amount of land, could leverage to something, I guess. And their invasion ensues as they start invading from this area. They make a landing in a very populated area of Bangladesh in the south region right here, as well as one over here, which is really just to just come back all these major cities. So the North Indians are going to push into this northern area of Bangladesh right here, and they also managed to get all of this coastline behind this lake, and full on just kind of encircle this part of India. And we can see that this area is starting to get invaded even more. And the Bangladeshis just don't have the military to combat this, like, at all. So after this city is captured and this whole area is kind of, like, taken away, Bangladesh loses all hope in this war. And their capital is taken. By the way, their capital is a very, like, populated city. So it'd be hard to take it, but eventually it does happen. And of course, it's full annexation. So the North Indian Federation has now it's now into more areas of Bangladesh, so that's cool, I guess. Maybe not cool for Bangladesh, but you know. So what's gonna happen is all of these areas are gonna declare independence from India, so this area is its own country now. In other words, it's on its own now. This area also is, but they don't have a major city, so let's go ahead and put one right there. Let's just say there's one right there. I know this isn't WICSO, but we're just gonna have to do that. And then for you, you can have a city right here. And for I did this in anti-allow thing. Oh, I hate this. And you're gonna go ahead and join in on the green team because yeah. And well, you can see now that this it doesn't look that bigger, but it definitely has a lot more population due to Bangladesh and this Kolkata region right here. But from here, they're gonna focus on a couple different things, like invading That's not Pakistan. Invading Pakistan. So they capture this tail area right here, and then start invading from this area. And while Pakistan's kind of screwed here, they lost Karachi and their whole coastline, which is very populated. They also are about to lose a city, as this city right here is captured. I think that's like uh actually I don't want to butcher the pronunciation, so I'm not gonna try to do that. And from here they go up and spearhead towards the capital of Pakistan. And actually Pakistan does manage to push back in this region, having the people over here, the North Indians, having to fall back. But then they make another push over here and they take this city and start moving through this area right here. Eventually the capital of this country is captured and the whole country will surrender. And in the peace treaty, only about half of the remaining parts of Pakistan are taken, including the one over there, and then this part right here. And we can see that, well, the North Indian Federation is becoming larger. And, well, they're gonna do something that they probably should have done already. They're gonna invade the Sri Lankans, and let's just say Sri Lanka is part of this. I don't know why it doesn't have a capital, but that just proves that it's under this. Anyways, the invasion starts as they start invading through these northern areas, which these are really good borders up here. And they start invading from these southern areas. If you remember in my WICSO, Sri Lanka was very powerful, had a lot of areas up in this region, but it fell because it just wasn't very politically stable. And well, this city right here is captured. as pretty much all of Sri Lanka or the north areas of Sri Lanka have been captured by the North Indian Federation. From here, it's just city to city, kind of just going across this whole country, and then eventually the capital is captured. With this, the country will surrender, and they will go ahead and fully annex this southern Indian area. But from here, a coalition against the North Indians will form. It'll be of this kind of country that was next to Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, and the rest of India, and Iran and Afghanistan. These are some unlikely countries to cooperate with each other, but they will do so, and well, they are going to push into the North Indian Federation. Bangladesh is the first one on the chopping block as their areas over here start to get invaded, as well as all around this whole area right here, as it isn't very guarded. It isn't guarded heavily, and it's not fortified really either. Eventually, they have to fall back to a front line that looks something like this. All the Indians try to kind of liberate their capital a little bit. The Iranians and Afghanis will also start to push into the North Indian Federation. And it is not looking well for the North Indian Federation. I guess it's India now. But their troops come up and they absolutely destroy like these three countries in terms of troops. Like it is not pretty. The North Indians are way more technologically advanced than any of these guys, and that's interesting. And well, literally this whole area is just full on taken. However, these areas present a little bit different of a challenge as they are prone to more invasion. So what India wants to do is they want to get these areas and then move west. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to start invading this Indian area and completely capitulate it. Next, Bhutan surrenders and Nepal is on the chopping block as their capital is taken. India is going to continue to push in into the North Indian Federation, and Afghanistan is going to help them to even capitulate this whole Pakistan area right here. And they get close to the capital. However, this is when everything starts to turn really bad for the blue team. As they start to get pushed back on this Indian area right here, and well, reinstated that, it appears that their capital is taken. And that means a very broad pushback of this area right here. And well, India is going to go ahead and surrender, which means, and all their troops are going to go ahead and come back with as POWs, which means, well, that kind of went to waste. And more of the troops are starting to surrender, and more other troops are starting to surrender too, as they realize they're not going to win against this large threat. And well, that's further proven by the fact that the North Indians continue to invade through them. And when that happens, and when a couple of major cities are captured, including the capital of Afghanistan, these countries are going to go ahead and surrender. Let's go ahead and take a look at the peace treaty of Kathmandu. It's about to be under India soon, though, so maybe not. In this peace treaty here, we see India just becoming large. All of these western areas, like India, Nepal, Bhutan, and this mountainous region right here, they're all a part of India now. And India took a good portion of land out of Iran and Afghanistan. If you guys enjoy these videos, please make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 600 subscribers before the end of the month. I feel like it's very comfortable. I'm recording this on the 22nd, so this will be up on the 23rd. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video, which will be Dominus Rubre. Goodbye.